One day, you will look at your parents and realize something you were never prepared to understand. They are getting older. Not someday, not eventually. It is happening right now. Maybe you noticed the gray hair. Maybe you noticed your dad gets tired a little faster. Maybe your mom started asking you to repeat yourself. Or maybe it happened in one completely ordinary moment, and suddenly you looked at them differently, because for most of your life, your parents were the people who seemed like they would always be there, until you realize they are not getting older someday. They are getting older today. It rarely comes with a warning. It does not announce itself. There is no calendar reminder, no alarm, no big dramatic scene like in the movies. Instead, it sneaks up on you in the most ordinary way possible. Maybe it is a phone call home and you notice your father's voice sounds a little more tired than you remembered. Maybe it is watching your mother reach for the reading glasses she never used to need. Maybe it is something as small as watching them struggle to get up from a chair, something they used to do without even thinking. For me and for so many of you, that moment is different, but the feeling underneath it is almost always the same. It is a strange mixture of love and fear, tenderness and panic, gratitude and grief all at once. Because in that instant, something shifts inside of you. The people who once seemed invincible, the people who carried you on their shoulders, who stayed up all night when you were sick, who worked long of a better life, suddenly seem just a little bit human. Let me take you back for a moment. Think about your childhood. Think about how your parents looked to you back then. To a 5-year-old, a parent is basically a superhero. They can fix anything. They can answer any question. They can make monsters disappear from under the bed with just a few words. They never seem to get tired. They never seem to be afraid. In your eyes, they are permanent, unshakable, eternal. And then slowly, so slowly you almost do not notice, the image starts to change. You grow taller. And suddenly they do not seem as tall as they used to be. You start noticing gray hairs where there used to be none, wrinkles where the skin used to be smooth. You start noticing how they walk a little slower up the stairs, how they ask you to repeat things because their hearing is not what it once was, how they get cold faster, tired faster, sick more easily. And one day, and it really is one specific day for most of us, something small happens that breaks through all the noise of daily life and forces you to actually see it. Realize, not just notice it in passing, but feel it in your chest. Maybe your mother forgets something simple, something she never used to forget. Maybe your father needs help carrying something he used to carry with ease. Maybe you catch a glimpse of them sleeping and for the first time you notice just how fragile they look. That is the day. That is the day everything changes. Not because anything dramatic happened, but because your eyes finally opened to something that had been happening quietly for years. I remember hearing someone describe this feeling as a kind of grief before the grief, and I think that is exactly right. It is not that you have lost them. Not yet. They are still there, still talking, still laughing, still asking you if you have eaten. But you suddenly understand, in your bones, that they will not always be there. That time is not something that only happens to other people. That the clock has been running the whole time, even when you were too busy, too distracted, too young to notice. This realization can hit you at different ages. For some it comes early. Maybe a parent gets sick when you are still a teenager and you are forced to grow up fast. For others it comes later, maybe not until you have children of your own and suddenly you understand, in a completely new way, what your parents sacrificed for you. And only then do you look at them and see, really see, how much time has passed. And here is the hard part. Here is the part that nobody really prepares you for. Along with this realization comes guilt. So much guilt. Guilt for all the phone calls you did not make. Guilt for all the visits you postponed because you were busy. Guilt for the arguments you had over things that do not matter anymore. Guilt for taking their strength for granted, for assuming there would always be more time. More birthdays, more holidays, more ordinary Tuesday afternoons. But I want to offer you something tonight, something other than guilt. Because guilt on its own does not help anyone. Guilt just sits there and rots inside of you. What I want to offer you instead is a kind of awakening, because that is really what this day is. It is not just about loss, it is about waking up. When you realize your parents are getting older, you are also being given a gift. And that gift is time. Not endless time, but time you can still use, time you can still fill with meaning. The day you realize this is the day you can finally start choosing to be present, choosing to call more often, choosing to visit even when you are tired, choosing to ask them questions about their lives, their childhoods, their dreams, the things they never got to do, choosing to say, "I love you," instead of assuming they already know. Because here is the truth that this day teaches us if we let it. Our parents are not just our parents. They are people, whole entire people who existed before we were even born, who had hopes and fears and heartbreaks of their own, who built their lives one decision at a time, who gave up pieces of themselves so that we could have more. And someday sooner than we want to admit, they will not be here to tell us their stories anymore. So what do we do with this day? What do we do with this heavy, aching, beautiful realization? We slow down, we start paying attention. We notice the small things. The way they still worry about us even though we are grown. The way they still remember our favorite foods, our favorite songs, the little details of our childhood that we ourselves have forgotten. We start listening more and talking less. We start asking them to tell us the old stories again, even if we have heard them 100 times before, because one day we will wish we could hear them just one more time. We forgive. We let go of old arguments, old wounds, old grudges that no longer serve any purpose except to steal the time we have left. We forgive them for their mistakes, because they were doing the best they could with what they had. And we ask them, if we need to forgive us too. We show up, not just physically but emotionally. We put the phone down when we are with them. We look them in the eyes when they speak. We hug them a little longer than usual. We take the photo even when we do not feel like it. Because one day that photo will be one of the only things left. And we say the words we so often assume do not need to be said out loud. I love you. Thank you. I am proud to be your child. I remember everything you did for me. We say these words while there is still someone there to hear them. I know this is a heavy topic for tonight. I know some of you in this room have already lost a parent, and I want to say to you especially, I see you. I know this speech may bring up feelings that are still raw, and I am sorry if it does. But I also believe there is something healing in naming what we all eventually go through. There is something powerful in knowing you are not alone in this feeling. That every single person sitting in this room either has felt this or will feel this someday. And to those of you whose parents are still here, still healthy, still strong, I want to leave you with this thought. Do not wait for the big dramatic moment to appreciate them. Do not wait for illness or crisis to remind you what matters. Start today. Start tonight even. Call them when you get home. Tell them something you have never told them before. Thank them for something specific. Because the day you realize your parents are getting older is not really about them. Not entirely. It is about you too. It is about you finally growing up enough to see the people who raised you as they truly are. Flawed and human and mortal and beautiful. It is about you learning, maybe for the first time, what it really means to love someone knowing that time is limited. Our parents gave us our first steps, our first words, our first sense of safety in this world. And someday, it will be our turn to give something back, our patience, our presence, our care, our time. So let this day, whenever it comes for you, however it comes for you, be not a day of only sorrow, but also a day of awakening, a day that reminds you to live more intentionally, to love more openly, to hold on a little tighter to the people who have always held you. Because one day, we will look back and we will not remember the busy days, the meetings, the deadlines, the distractions. We will remember the phone calls we made, the hugs we gave, the moments we chose to be present instead of somewhere else. Go home tonight and call your parents. Tell them something true. Thank them for something specific. And if you are lucky enough to still have them in your life, do not waste another single ordinary day. Thank you for hearing me.